When you love someone, it's natural, not demanding.
Before streaming, before playlists, and before social media decided what became a hit, there was 1982. It was a year when soul embraced technology, funk evolved into something sleeker, and a new generation of artists began reshaping R&B without abandoning its roots. Some of the songs released that year became instant chart toppers. Others grew into timeless classics that are still sampled, covered, and celebrated decades later. Today, we're counting down the 10 biggest R&B songs released in 1982, and by the end, you'll understand why this year remains one of the genre's greatest. Number 10. Love Come Down, Evelyn Champagne. Some songs don't need a complicated introduction. The very first beat tells you everything. The moment Love Come Down begins, you're greeted by crisp electronic drums, shimmering synthesizers, and an infectious groove that practically demands movement.
Sing with me, y'all. You took my heart.
Released in the summer of 1982, the record arrived at a time when R&B was stepping confidently into the electronic age. In Evelyn Champagne, King became one of the artists leading that transformation. Produced by Maury Brown, the song struck a perfect balance between dance floor energy and soulful vocals. While many artists were still figuring out how to blend synthesizers with traditional R&B, King made it sound effortless. Her smooth, expressive voice floated above the production, proving that technology didn't have to come at the expense of emotion. The public agreed. Love Come Down climbed to the top of Billboard's Hot Black Singles chart and crossed over to dance audiences around the world. More than 40 years later, it remains one of the defining dance anthems of the decade, continuing to appear in films, television shows, DJ sets, and retro playlists. Not every hit from 1982 still fills dance floors today. This one never really left. Number 9. Forget Me Notes, Patrice Rushen. If you've ever caught yourself humming a bass line without remembering where you first heard it, there's a good chance it belonged to Patrice Rushen. Long before countless hip-hop producers discovered its magic, Forget Me Nots was already turning heads with one of the most unforgettable grooves in R&B history. Written by Rushen alongside Freddie Washington and Terry McFadden, the song blended jazz, funk, pop, and soul into a record that sounded both sophisticated and irresistibly catchy. Rushen wasn't simply another singer Rite 8. Let It Whip, Daz Band. Sometimes, one song changes everything for a band. Before Let It Whip, the Daz Band had earned respect on the funk circuit, but hadn't yet found the crossover smash that would define their career. That changed almost overnight in 1982, built around an irresistible groove, punchy horns, funky guitar licks, and a rhythm section that never lets up. Let It Whip captured everything people loved about early 80s R&B. It honored the raw energy of 70s funk while embracing the cleaner production that was becoming the signature of the new decade. The gamble paid off in spectacular fashion. The single raced to the top of Billboard's Hot Black Singles chart, earned the group a Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance by a duo or group with vocals, and became their signature hit. More importantly, it proved that funk still had plenty of life left in it, even as synthesizers and drum machines were beginning to dominate the charts. More than 4 decades later, Let It Whip remains a staple at weddings, family reunions, roller rinks, and old-school radio stations. Few songs captured the joy of early 80s R&B quite like it. And if you thought the grooves couldn't get any smoother, the next song became one of the most beloved slow-burning dance records of the entire decade. Number 7. A Night to Remember, Shalamar.
When you love someone, it's natural, not demanding.
Every great era has a song that refuses to grow old. For the early 80s, A Night to Remember was one of them. By 1982, Shalamar had already become one of R&B's most polished groups, but this single elevated them to another level. Featured on their album Friends, the song blended silky harmonies, tight musicianship, and an irresistible groove into a record that sounded both elegant and exciting. It wasn't trying to overpower the listener. Instead, it invited you onto the dance floor with effortless confidence. What made the record stand out was its balance. The bass stayed deep and funky, the rhythm guitar kept everything moving, and the synthesizers added just enough sparkle without overshadowing the group's vocals. Howard Hewitt's smooth lead performance gave the song its emotional center, while Jody Watley and Jeffrey Daniel completed one of the most stylish lineups in R&B. Although it wasn't the biggest chart hit of 1982, its legacy has only grown with time. The song has been sampled, covered, and celebrated for decades, while its influence can still be heard in modern funk, disco revival, and contemporary R&B. Even today, it's almost impossible to hear those opening notes without someone smiling, dancing, or singing along. Some hits belong to a year. This one belongs to a generation. Number 6. You Dropped a Bomb on Me, the Gap Band. The title alone guaranteed that people would remember it. But You Dropped a Bomb on Me became famous for much more than its unforgettable name. Released on Gap Bandai Fee, the song exploded with booming synthesizers, thick bass lines, and the unmistakable funk that had become the group's trademark. Charlie Wilson's powerful vocals cut through the mix with ease, turning what could have been a novelty record into one of the band's defining performances. The production felt massive for its time. Every drum hit landed with authority, the keyboards sounded larger than life, and the groove refused to let go. It was the kind of record that demanded volume. Whether it blasted through nightclub speakers or a family stereo system, it had an energy that was impossible to ignore. Commercially, the single became another major success for the Tulsa Trio, reinforcing their reputation as one of the premier funk and R&B acts of the decade. It also showcased how electronic instruments could enhance funk instead of replacing it, helping shape the direction of countless records that followed. Over 40 years later, You Dropped a Bomb on Me still sounds bold, playful, and undeniably fun. It reminds us that R&B has always had room for humor, creativity, and pure entertainment. Because sometimes the best songs aren't trying to change the world. They're simply trying to make it dance. If you're enjoying the countdown so far, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to R&B Vault, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the greatest music ever made. Number 5. Do I Do? Stevie Wonder.
Your love dogs to me so loud.
By the time 1982 arrived, Stevie Wonder had nothing left to prove. He had already rewritten the rules of soul music with albums like Talking Book, Inner Visions, and songs in the Key of Life. Most artists would have spent the rest of their careers protecting that legacy. Instead, Stevie kept creating. Released as part of his retrospective collection, Original Musicarium I, Do I Do was anything but an afterthought. Running for more than 10 minutes in its full version, the song was a joyous celebration of rhythm, romance, and musicianship. Every section revealed another layer of Stevie's genius, from the infectious keyboard work to the tight horn arrangements, an endlessly catchy chorus. The record also featured a special appearance from jazz trumpet legend Dizzy Gillespie, whose energetic solo added another unforgettable dimension to an already ambitious production. Few artists could seamlessly blend R&B, funk, jazz, and pop into one cohesive record, but Stevie made it sound effortless. Listeners rewarded him with another major hit, as Do I Do climbed near the top of the R&B charts and became one of the year's standout releases. More importantly, it reminded everyone that true musical innovation didn't belong to one generation. Stevie Wonder was still setting the standard. Now, if Stevie Wonder reminded the world why he remained one of music's greatest innovators, our next artist wasn't following anyone's blueprint. He was busy creating his own. Number 4. 1999, Prince. Number 3, The Girl Is Mine, Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. On paper, the collaboration sounded almost too good to be true. One was the former child prodigy who had become R&B's brightest star. The other was a Beatle whose influence on popular music was already legendary. Bringing Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney together seemed like a publicity stunt. Instead, it became the perfect introduction to what would soon become the biggest album in music history. Released as the lead single from Thriller, The Girl Is Mine showcased a softer, more playful side of Michael Jackson. Rather than relying on explosive dance production, the song leaned into warm melodies, smooth harmonies, and a lighthearted exchange between two friends competing for the same woman's affection. Some critics dismissed it as too gentle. The public completely disagreed. The single topped the Billboard Hot Black Singles chart, reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, and built enormous anticipation for the Thriller album, proving that Michael's appeal extended far beyond traditional R&B audiences. Looking back, The Girl Is Mine is often overshadowed by the blockbuster singles that followed. Yet without it, the world might not have been prepared for what came next. It served as the calm before the storm, introducing an album that would permanently change the music industry. Sometimes, history begins with a whisper, before it arrives with a roar. Number 2, Sexual Healing, Marvin Gaye. Every legendary career has a defining comeback. For Marvin Gaye, the comeback was Sexual Healing. After years of personal struggles and creative uncertainty, many wondered whether one of soul music's greatest voices had already reached his peak. Marvin answered those doubts with a record that sounded both timeless and completely modern. Recorded in Belgium after his departure from Motown, Sexual Healing embraced the Roland TR 808 drum machine at a time when many veteran artists still viewed electronic instruments with skepticism. Instead of fighting the future, Marvin welcomed it, combining warm synthesizers, relaxed grooves, and one of the most intimate vocal performances of his career. The result was unforgettable. The song shot to #1 on the Billboard Hot Black Singles chart, became an international success, earned 2 Grammy Awards, and reintroduced Marvin Gaye to an entirely new generation of listeners. More importantly, it proved that innovation wasn't reserved for young artists. Legends could evolve too. Today, Sexual Healing remains one of the greatest R&B recordings ever made, influencing everyone from Babyface and Maxwell to D'Angelo and John Legend. Few songs have captured romance, vulnerability, and sophistication with such effortless confidence. It wasn't simply a comeback. It was one of the finest moments in R&B history. Number 1. Billie Jean, Michael Jackson. Some songs become hits. Others become part of popular culture. Then there are songs like Billie Jean, records so influential that it's almost impossible to imagine music without them. Although released as a single in early 1983, Billie Jean was born during the Thriller sessions of 1982, making it impossible to tell the story of that remarkable year without it. Michael Jackson obsessed over every detail of the recording, particularly its legendary bass line and relentless groove. Producer Quincy Jones initially wanted to shorten the introduction. Michael refused. History proved he was right. The gamble paid off. Billie Jean became a global phenomenon, topping charts around the world and earning multiple Grammy Awards. Its groundbreaking music video helped break barriers on MTV, opening doors for Black artists who had struggled for visibility on the Young network. And during the television special Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever, Michael debuted the moonwalk while performing the song, creating one of the most iconic moments in entertainment history. Musically, the record was revolutionary. The crisp rhythm section, layered synthesizers, haunting lyrics, and Michael's unmistakable vocal performance created a blueprint that countless artists have tried to follow ever since. More than 40 years later, Billie Jean still fills dance floors, dominates radio playlists, and introduces new listeners to the magic of Michael Jackson. That isn't just the mark of a great song. It's the mark of a masterpiece. 1982 wasn't simply another chapter in R&B history. It was a year that delivered unforgettable voices, fearless innovation, and songs that continue to inspire artists across generations. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know your top 10 in the comments, and we'll see you in the next episode of R&B Vault.